Hey guys, welcome to another tutorial by Zeilhan. This is going to be an amazing tutorial. We are going to be building this digital business consulting website. The most important thing for you to know right off the bat is that even though we're doing this design for a digital consultant business, it doesn't have to work only for consultants. It can work for accountants. Matter of fact, this was set up first for an accountant. You can use it for your lawyer firm. You can use it for your trade business. You can use it for any kind of business that you have, except for e-commerce, because we didn't touch on e-commerce. So this is a very flexible tutorial. It's completely beginner friendly. If you've never built a website in your life before, we're going to walk you from A to Z, start to finish, in how to build your website. There are two things that I'm very excited about in this tutorial. The first one is that this is an amazing template from Creative Themes and Blocksy. Guys, you are going to love this. If you just scroll through and you see exactly what is here, it's absolutely amazing, absolutely beautiful. And the second thing I'm excited about is the lead generation capabilities. Now, a lot of tutorials on YouTube, they are going to teach you how to build a website, but they're not going to teach you how to make it fast, how to generate traffic, how to get leads from those traffic, and how to convert those leads into clients and customers. Luckily for you, you came across Zeilhan. We've been doing this for about a decade, or myself about 9 years when you're watching this video. And we're going to teach you everything that we know, everything that we can reasonably teach you within this tutorial on how to build a website, set up for your business, and start getting traffic and leads from your website, including how to secure it. So we have lead generation set up and we have a beautiful website. Now, there's something very, very interesting that I'd like to show you. Whenever a visitor comes to your website and they see this screen, you need to be able to convert them to a lead. You need to be able to move them from being a website visitor to being actual money in your business's bank account or in your pockets if you're a solopreneur or freelancer. How you're going to do this is by these buttons that we have here for conversion. Get started now or free consultation. Remember, this is set up for a consultant. So let's say you request a free consultation. It's going to take you to this page. We actually teach you how to build everything here and how to edit everything. So if you see a percentage sign on this button with the number, perfectly fine. We actually changed this from a phone just to teach you how to add icons to your button. Anyway, on this page, you can request a consultation. Just fill out your credentials. So we have our credentials completed. Just go ahead and submit form. Whenever you submit your form, you're literally sending us, the website administrator, a request for a consultation. We're going to get that form with all the information in it. I will show you in a second where that information is. And you as a person who have visited the website and requested these services can do it without actually making a call, visiting the physical location, and everything in between. You're going to be directed to this page. We're going to say, okay, go ahead and schedule a consultation. And this actually works, guys. It's absolutely beautiful that this form works. You don't even have to go to a third-party website like Calendly. You just add this thing to your website. And this is being recorded on Christmas Day. You're going to see it live on Monday the 30th. So I'm going to schedule a consultation for the 31st. We are going to go with, so 7 a.m. is gone because in our previous recording, we actually recorded this tutorial and it's just not working. So I have to do it again. We selected 7 a.m. So that's good. You can schedule two different meetings or two different people can get the same time, preferably. So we're going to go with 6 a.m. at this time, early risers, get the worm. And we're going to add in our information. And we're just going to say this meeting is about testing out the website. And after we've tested out the website, we are going to schedule a meeting. Now, I remember that we scheduled this meeting and it's beautiful. You as the attendee who visited the website and requested this meeting will get emails notifying you of the schedule and notifying you that it's going to be completed, notifications reminding you about the meeting and so on. And you, as the person who owns this website, who owns this business, you can go to dashboard. First, we're going to look at the form that was just submitted. So we're going to go to Fluent Forms and we're going to have forms. You can click on entries, not forms, but entries. When you click on entries, you're going to see all the information here. Now, remember I said that we did one just now, a recording, and it didn't work because for some reason it's not loading. So that is what you see right here. You can view that entry since you weren't in that tutorial. The entries right here. My name is Jabez Roberts. I am the CEO and founder of Zeilhan. Very good. Here's my name, business website, and why we are doing this. All right, good. You can take a look at the one that we just submitted in this tutorial, which is right here for this consultation form. And here we go. That is it for the request consultation. Now for the actual booking, you can go to Fluent Booking, Bookings, and you're going to see the one for 6 a.m. that we just scheduled. You can go ahead and view details, and everything is right here. The one for 7 a.m. is the one that we did in the previous recording that just didn't work. Right? Like the actual recording itself is not processing, so we can't edit it and add it. And this is beautiful. You can go to the dashboard and you can see statistics. You can measure from a start date to an end date and the like, two total bookings, the same guest, none canceled, none completed because we haven't gone to the datas yet, and so on and so forth. Absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this template, guys. The guys over at Blocksy and Creative Themes knocked it out the park. And I just want you guys to have a wonderful time. So let's just get going. My only request is that you hit subscribe if you like this video. And if you know someone with a business, an entrepreneur, share this channel, share this tutorial with them, because we do not only make websites, we teach you how to run and build a successful online business in our other videos. So go ahead, hit subscribe if you're interested in making money in your business online, and go ahead and share with your friends and family who could benefit from this tutorial and our other videos. Thank you guys. Let's get going. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far and you find it helpful, I think you'll enjoy what we have in store for you. If you're ready to take things to the next level and get some personalized guidance, why not book a paid consultation with our team? We'll work directly with you to help you solve your specific business challenges and help you fast track your growth. It's like having a personal roadmap tailored for you. Now I get it. Maybe you're not ready for a consultation just yet. No worries. You can still benefit from our expertise by joining our email list. We'll send you free lessons packed with powerful strategies to help you grow your business. These lessons will give you actionable tips and insights straight to your inbox so you can keep learning at your own pace. So whether you're looking for personalized help or just free valuable content, there's something for everyone. Hit the link below to book a consultation with our team and to join our email list. Thank you. Now let's get back to the video. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. What we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is Name Hero. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using Name Hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced, where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Services or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. I know I am not in the UK. So we have .com. That's added from my previous session, because I was trying to set up hosting. But don't worry about it. It's going to be the same process. What I want is .co.uk. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with Name Hero, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with Name Hero in this situation. But if you're using Name Hero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using name hero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see when I was trying to get hosting from Name Hero and it was not working. In another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Name Hero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk, email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read. It basically makes your website available faster and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys, so you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right, and you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Name Hero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. I'm going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right, order placed, continue to client area because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more, some are expired, some not so expired. I'm going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan Tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. zeilhantutorials.co.uk. We are going to click on this one. Click on it. And everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love because you can choose where you host your website, at which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right. So now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I'm a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. To activate your account, sign in. All right. So submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message, go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used two socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. And we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server, but most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right, so I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. End. So I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you'll have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you, it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero, or you go to your public register, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have two URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL, and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have an SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right. Now that we're on our dashboard, there are a few things we're going to do. The first thing is we're going to go to my blog and open in a new tab for the visit site. This is what our website currently looks like. As you can see, not much is happening here. It's nothing special. But in the next few minutes, let's say about 15 or so minutes, we are going to transform this into something beautiful. Matter of fact, let's make that 10 minutes. So we're just going to go back to our dashboard. All right. And as you would know, when we're building a website, we need to build something that once we've built this website, it's going to make money for us and it's going to make money for our business. That means that there are a few things that need to happen. So if you've been watching our videos, we speak a lot about how to generate leads and make sales while you sleep and grow your business online. Part of that is that you need to attract the right person to your website, meaning that after you build your website, it's not done. It's just a start. You need to have website traffic, and then you convert that website traffic to leads, convert your leads to money in your business or in your pocket. So what we're going to do is we're going to improve our online visibility so we can get more website traffic. That's going to be done by a process called search engine optimization, or SEO. And the way that SEO works is that you're going to optimize your website so that when someone searches Google for terms related to your business, your website, your service, you appear in the top search results. And it's important to be in the top because positions 1 to 3, so search results 1 to 3 organically, get 68.7% of its website traffic. And search position 1 gets as much traffic as search positions 3 to 10, I believe. So you're going to need to get that website traffic by ranking high. We're going to start doing that. We're going to go to settings. And on the settings, we're going to go to permalink. Now, on the settings permalink, we're going to change from day name to post name. All right. So from day name to post name, go ahead and save changes. Post name is just better for SEO. We're not going to go into the specifics right now, but it simply means that the link, the URL, is going to be more descriptive. So people on the internet will understand it a bit better and know what your content is about, which means that it will increase the click-through rate. I mean, they see the page and they click on it from Google search engine results to go to your actual website. And it's also going to tell Google a bit more about your page. After we've done settings and permalink, we're going to go to settings general. And this is where we're going to make a few changes. So we're doing a website for an online consultant. So we're going to call this Zeilhan Consultant. So put your business name, then put the pipe. It is the icon or the button above the enter key on your keyboard. So Zeilhan Consultant. And what you're going to do now is you're going to make it clear that this is the type of person you serve. So whatever it is that your ideal client or customer, well, client in this case, would type in Google to find your business, that is what you're going to put here. So we've put the best online business consultants, and we're going to copy that and we're going to paste it. We're not going to change our site icon just yet. Our WordPress URL does have the HTTPS, meaning the S is important. If you don't have HTTPS, go ahead and watch the hosting section of this tutorial because we show you how to get SSL certificate for your website. And if you need help, so let's say you're not using our hosting and you need to get hosting from elsewhere, comment below and we can help you set up your SSL certificate for you depending on where you're hosted. But SSL is going to be important. Our email address is here. We are going to change the week to start on Sunday. We are going to use this one. You don't have to do these changes, all right? And the one that you must do is a time zone. So change the time zone to the city that you're in. Ensure that it's always there. So I'm going to change to Jamaica. Here we go, because I'm currently in Jamaica. And the reason why this is important is because, as you would realize, whenever someone comes to your website and they say, I would like to get your service, you need to know when they did that. You don't want it to be in a time zone from somewhere else and you don't understand the time as it relates to you. So that is why you're going to change your time zone. Now that you change your time zone, go ahead and save changes. All right. Now, when we look at our website, we can refresh. There are two things that are going to influence how a website looks. And this is a place where we're going to actually change our website looks. The first is a theme and the second is a plugin. But it's easier to understand plugins before you understand themes. So we're going to explain plugins, then themes. Then we're going to change our theme and our website is going to look absolutely beautiful. Matter of fact, to change our website looks, we're going to use both a theme and a plugin. So let's pay attention. So what is a WordPress plugin? Because plugins are easier to understand. So this is a smartphone. Big whoop, right? But on this smartphone, there are different apps, right? So the plugin would be like an app on your website. Now the app on my smartphone is going to be adding features to my smartphone. So when I install WhatsApp, I can do messaging. When I install YouTube, I can watch my awesome videos on YouTube. Subscribe, guys. And when I install Wall Street, simply Wall Street, for example, I can do investing and I can pay attention to stocks and so on and so forth. Shein, I can make purchases online from Shein's website. The reason why this is important is because on your WordPress website, you can do the same thing with plugins. You can install plugins on your website and get additional features, which I know is actually pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you how to do this. We are going to go back to our dashboard. If you're here, just go here and then go to dashboard. On our dashboard, we're going to go to plugins, installed plugins. What we're going to do is we're going to delete some plugins here. You notice that we have 3 plugins. You might have 2. We have right here WP Server Security, Anti-Spam and Malware Scan. This is a plugin that I installed before the tutorial started here, just so that I can protect the website while I work on it. So this is a security plugin that adds security features to my WordPress website. To add a new plugin, you're just going to go to Plugins, Add New Plugin, or if you're here, you go to Add New Plugin. If this was a live stream, I would ask you for a feature that you would like to see on your website, but it's not. I think that's something we can do in the future. But anyway, let's see that we're going to add WhatsApp. So I was speaking about WhatsApp. Ooh, let's see if there's one for Shein, because I've done WhatsApp before. So let's see if there's a plugin for Shein. So we're going to go to Shein. Let's type in Shein and search for it. And let's see if there's one. And as you would realize, there is one for WooCommerce affiliates. There isn't a Shein plugin. There might be actually Importify dropshipping. So there's one for dropshipping, which might be good for Shein. So I don't know if we have a Shein plugin per se, but we do have one for WhatsApp. So we're going to go to WhatsApp, and on WhatsApp, we're going to see click to chat, meaning that you can use this to add WhatsApp. It has 600,000 installations. We see one from floating chat widget. This has 300,000 installations and so on. To add a plugin, I'm going to go ahead and use this one since it's popular. Just go ahead and install. After you install the plugin, to start using the plugin, you're going to have to activate. Just go ahead and click activate. After you click activate, this is when you're going to be asked, it's right here, click to chat. You're going to go to click to chat and you're going to do your setup. And the reason why this is important is because adding these features to your website can make or break your website. Right? So imagine a website where you can just click on the chat and the WhatsApp messages come to your phone. That's a lot easier for your website visitors and for you and your staff versus having to log into a portal somewhere and respond to messages and the like. To remove plugins, so we're not going to set this up because this isn't what the tutorial is about, but if you want to see a WhatsApp chat tutorial done, just go ahead and comment below and we'll get it done for you. To remove the plugin, you're going to go to plugins, install plugins. On installed plugins, you first have to deactivate all the plugins that are activated that you want to delete. After you've done that, you can click delete, or you can bulk select and unselect the one that you don't want to affect. You can use a bulk action delete and apply and okay. And this is absolutely beautiful because you've got so much done in a short time. So that is it for plugins. Now that we understand what plugins are, or to add and remove plugins, let's talk about themes. Now, a WordPress theme is absolutely like, again, a smartphone. So this is an Android smartphone, and there's an iPhone somewhere over there. On the Android and on the iPhone, I can install WhatsApp, right? So both platforms can use WhatsApp. The thing is that on the Android and on the Apple, WhatsApp might look a little bit different. And sometimes due to updates, there might be feature changes. A theme is something similar. It's like the operating system of your website. It's not the core operating system because that would be WordPress, but the theme influences how your website looks greatly. And that's going to be something that's built into the theme and the structure of the theme. And the reason why it is important is because a lot of times you want to have your website have a certain structure. You have to start with a theme and then go from there in building the website. So let's go ahead and take a look at our themes. With an example, you'll understand a lot more clearly. You're going to go to Appearance and Themes. Under Appearance and Themes, we currently have the 2025 theme active, and this is what that looks like. If I were to activate the 2024 theme, we can go ahead and take a look at that. And this is what WordPress came with for the year of 2024. This is what it would look like on default setup. And this is a 2024 theme. Notice that the website looks a lot different than it does now, right? And the reason why this is important is because we're going to change from this that we currently have, and we're going to look way better than what we have like this right now. So let's just go ahead and delete those unneeded themes. So we're going to leave just one. We're going to remove the rest. Just go ahead and delete the 2023 and the 2024 theme. If you're watching this with the 2026 or 2024 theme activated, just delete the ones that are not activated and just keep one. Now we have the 2025 theme activated. We are going to add a new theme so we can change the way our website looks from this. So let's go ahead and add new theme. The theme that we're going to add is right here on the popular. We scroll just a bit and we are going to see the Blocksy theme right here. On our Blocksy theme, we can go ahead and hit install. If you don't see this theme, what you can do is you can go to search themes and you can type in Blocksy. And as you type in Blocksy, the Blocksy theme is going to appear. Just go ahead and click install. Now, after you've installed the theme, remember you have to activate it. We're going to go ahead and activate the theme. And there we go. Now, before we move on, I want you to notice that this is what our website actually looked like, right? This is what our website actually looks like. Now that we've installed the Blocksy theme, this has to change. So let's just go ahead and visit site in a new tab. And this is what it looked like. After we've installed the Blocksy theme, this is what it looks like. And this looks, for some reason, this just looks a whole lot better, right? This doesn't look as good as this. But wait, there's more. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our themes right here. You're going to see a message that says install Blocksy Companion. If you see this message, click on install Blocksy Companion. If you see this message, if for some reason you don't see that message, what you're going to do is you're going to go to plugins, add new plugin, and you're going to type Blocksy, and Blocksy Companion is there. Or right here it is. Just go ahead and install now Blocksy Companion. After you have installed Blocksy Companion, go ahead and activate. After you have activated, you're going to be here. If you don't end up here, I just want you to go to Blocksy. Just click on Blocksy right here and it will take you here again. Then click on Starter Sites. Under Starter Sites, you are going to see the consultant template. We're going to import that one. You can scroll and use a lot of these other templates. We have many tutorials on these templates on our YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check out those. All right, so for now, just go ahead and click on consultant and import. All right, we're going to use a child theme for reasons unexplained for now, but it's a beginner tutorial. However, we're going to use it just in case in the future you want to make changes. We're going to click next. We're not going to use the Gutenberg builder. We're going to use Elementor in this case. We're going to click next. We're going to keep everything here. Let's go with next. Options, widgets, and content, clean install. Yes, let's go on and install. So let's just wait for this to get installed. All right, it is installed. So what we're going to do is we are going to visit site. So this is what we started off with after we installed the Blocksy theme. This is what our website looks like. And now this is what our website looks like. Now, believe it or not, this is on our domain, right? It's right here. This is on our domain. And we can share with our friends and family. So congratulations on your new website. This is absolutely beautiful. And as you can realize, this is a lot more interesting than what we previously had. This is something that we can be proud about. This is amazing work. And you did this, right? You actually got this done, believe it or not. So that is absolutely beautiful. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go right into learning how to edit this template so it has your logo, it has your business name, it has your picture, as beautiful as she is, and it has your services and prices and features and everything in between. All right, then. So let's get going. So what we're going to do is we're just going to close all those tabs to the right because we don't need them. We're going to go back to our dashboard and on our site, so let's visit site because there's something I want to show you. It's going to be very interesting. On our site, right, we can share this with our friends and family and we can be very proud of ourselves, but we don't want our clients to see this just yet. We don't want them to see it just yet because it's not our website. If you catch my drift. Essentially, it doesn't have our name and our services and our price. It's not very helpful for our clients right now, which means that until we're finished making the edits, we are going to want to hide this from our prospects, right? So how are we going to do that? The way that we're going to do that is by setting up what's called under construction page. And that page is just going to say to our website visitors that, you know what? We are working on our website. It will be ready shortly. Check back in a few days. That's all it's going to say. And it's not going to allow them, which is the most important part. It's going to prevent them from seeing this, but we can see it. So that is going to be done. It's a feature. It's going to be done by our plugin. So we're going to go right here, dashboard. We're going to go to plugins, add new plugin. Under add new plugin, all right, we are going to type construction. It's right here. I've used it so often. It's right there. And we are going to go with under construction, 700,000 installations by Web Factory. All right, installing and activate. After installing and activating, it's going to be right here. If we view in incognito, we can still see the website, right? So we can still see the website, which is not what we want. We'll go ahead and close that. Instead, we're going to go to settings. We're going to dismiss. We're going to go to design. Under design, we're going to get one of these designs. The ones with the stars are premium or paid. We don't need them, but you can go ahead and actually get those if you would like. There are reasons for you to do that. However, we're just going to go with one of these. We are consultants, agents. So I guess people at work would be good. Number 2. So we're going to use this one. Let's go ahead and activate. After we've activated, it's still not up. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you because it's important for now. Incognito, it is still not up. That's fine. Let's go ahead and close. Right here, where the red button is, or this red dot, go ahead and turn from off to on. Once it's on, you notice that you can't see the website. All right, that's good. Now, here's where things might get complicated, but it's very easy to solve. Because you've now set this up, if you send a link to your friends and family, or if you're setting up for a client and you say, all right, the website is set up, we're going to do some changes. If you send a link, they're not going to see the changes that you made. So how do you deal with that? There are a few ways, 2 ways, mind you. The first way is that you can go ahead and turn this off and share the link. Once they've looked and they're satisfied, you can go ahead and turn it back on. That's the first way. Not very convenient, but it can be done and it's a feasible solution. The second way, however, is that you can go to users, all users, add new user. Just click on add new user. You're going to create a new user, password and all, and make them an administrator. And after you've done that, you're going to send that link to the login page with the password and a username and an email. You're going to send those to the person who needs to view the website, and they can log in and view the website. Caveat, be very careful before you do this. Before you do this step, ensure that it's someone that you trust wholeheartedly. If it's a client, I would say no, don't do that. The reason is that when you make them an administrator, which is what you have to do for them to see the website, when you make them an administrator, they can delete your account profile and take the website for themselves. Now, if the website is hosted on your server, there are ways that we can get it back. I would prefer if you took precautions, however, and did not share this with your clients. So I would prefer if you just go ahead and turn this off, let them take a look at it, turn it on, and everything like that. So that's it for under construction. This is our website. Go ahead. And it says right here, you're whitelisted, so you see the normal site. And you can add other domains to whitelisting, but that's a advanced step. It's the beginner tutorial. I want to try to teach you that. Let's go ahead and close, and we can move to the next step. So the next step of the tutorial is very beautiful. What we're going to be doing is we are going to change the logo to have our logo. We are going to have our business name. This thing right here with this blue W, we're going to change this to be our site icon as well. And we're going to add our colors. So if we don't want to use this green and we don't want to use this font, we're going to change it. And which color and which font should we use? We're going to learn all about that as well. And we're going to get our website to have our content. So if we're online business consultants, so we're not going to be doing tax consultation and finance consultation. Matter of fact, this website might be actually helpful for my accountant, but not for me. For me, I would like online business consulting, digital marketing consulting, and business strategy consultation. Those are the three services. Sorry about the noise. Those are the three services that we would offer. So we're going to learn how to edit this. But first, before we start editing, there are some changes that we need to make. First, we need to secure our website. Why do we secure the website so early? All right. Normally on YouTube tutorials, they teach you all you need to know about building the website and everything. And then after the tutorial is done, they say, all right, just install the security plugin and go home. We realize that it might take you even a month, 2 months, sometimes 6 months to get your website edited because you're a beginner. In that time, if your website is not secure, you can have issues where it's hacked and malware and spam and all of that. And if that happens, you can lose your work. So we're not going to let that happen to you. We're going to do security first, then we start editing. All right. So let's go to securities. We're going to go to Zeilhan dashboard. On the Zeilhan dashboard, we are going to go to plugins because it's security. It's a feature. We are going to add new plugin. You're not going to use WP Servo because that's a bit more advanced in the installation, but that's fine. We're going to go to search plugins and we have security. So just go ahead and search security right here. There are a few plugins here that we're going to install. We're going to go with Sucuri security. We're going to go with solid security. And we're going to go with real simple security. Now, I've seen comments on videos that the security section is complicated. It is not complicated. Just do exactly what I tell you to do. And you're going to say, oh, it's bloated and it's too much. Yeah, but my websites have never been hacked before. So I think I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing. All right. This is the security stack that we're going to be using. We are going to also get UpdraftPlus. We are going to install now for UpdraftPlus. And I think that is it. If there's another one that we need to get afterwards, I will go ahead and get that. We're going to go before we start, which is important. Now, before we start, which is important, the reason why I say this is because when you set up your security plugins, there is a strong possibility, like a 90% chance, not 100, but there's a 90% chance that at some point in setting up your security plugin, that you might get logged out of your website. So if you don't have your username and passwords ready for your website, this is a good time to get that set up and saved somewhere safe. Just for those who don't remember it, we're going to teach you how. Just go to users and go to profile. Under users and profile, this is your profile. Go ahead and copy your username. Go ahead and copy your email. And for your password, just go ahead and set new password, copy this, paste them all into a safe place like your Microsoft Word or on your smartphone or somewhere else. And then you are going to update your profile. Now, I'm not going to do this because I have all my credentials already, so I don't need to do this. But ensure that you do this before you start the security part of your tutorial. So now we're going to go to plugins, install plugins, and we're going to start doing the security part. We're going to go with Really Simple Security. First thing we're going to do is activate Really Simple Security. After activating, you're going to select your host. Now, we spoke about Cloudways. Let's see if it's there. Yeah, Cloudways is there. Another one that I like and I use this for my VPS is Liquid Web. They are right here. Name Hero. I don't know if Name Hero is there as a website host. It doesn't appear so, but WP Engine is good. Name Hero is one of the popular ones. Kinsta is really good. So on. We're not doing WordPress hosting right now. So I like Liquid Web, HIJKL. I like Liquid Web, so you can go ahead and do that. If you're still using Cloudways, you can select Cloudways and go on. Go ahead and activate SSL. Notice we have our SSL certificate. So let's go ahead and activate SSL. You can include tips and tricks, especially if you're a beginner to WordPress. So go ahead and save and continue. Go ahead and enable all of these. All right. After you've enabled all of these, you can add these plugins. I know that they will be helpful, especially in your journey to launching your website, because these are very important, but we're not going to install them. So it's going to skip and we're going to finish. All right. Now that we've done all of that, we are going to leave it as it is. It says 50%. We have tasks still open. Some of these tasks require a premium license, which is why we're not going to move ahead with them. All right, that is good. We're going to go to plugins and install plugins. Move on to the next one. We have Sucuri security right here. Let's just go ahead and activate Sucuri. After activating Sucuri, what we're going to need to do is add Sucuri security. We're going to go to settings, and this is going to be the Sucuri settings page. We're not going to do anything here. Literally, we're not going to do anything here. What we're going to do is we're going to go over to hardening, and on hardening is where we're going to make all our changes. Now, so all these features are features that's going to secure different parts of your WordPress website. So let's go ahead and apply hardening to all of them. Right here, it says verify default admin account. If this is red for you, I'm going to tell you why it's red. But if it's not red, what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and apply hardening. We will do automatic secret keys updater last, and we won't do firewall protection. If we do firewall protection, it asks for a premium license. We do have a premium license for ourselves and our clients. So if you want to enjoy that, you can have us build a website for you. And you can also get a premium license from Sucuri themselves. But you're not going to have to do that right now. However, what you need to do is for verify default admin account, if it's red, you need to go back to users profile. And the reason why it's red is because your username and your name has had admin in them. It's like literally just admin. And that's a security flaw. That's like one of the weakest usernames and passwords out there, admin. You're going to need to change that. All right. You can change it in really simple security. If that's red, right? So if that's red, it's an error. In really simple security, it's going to appear right here. So let's say this is the one. You're just going to click on view and you're going to fix it. It's allowing you to change it. Normally, WordPress doesn't allow you to change it, but through really simple security, if you have that security flaw, you can change it. We don't have it, so I can actually walk you through the process, but it will be right here speaking about the username admin. Just click on view and follow the steps and it can be fixed. Once that is fixed, you come back right here and you refresh, and verify default admin account is going to be green like it is for all of us. And remember, we're not going to do website firewall protection, but we are going to apply hardening to all of these and then do the secret keys updater last. Because every time we change something here, this changes. All right, so let's just go ahead and apply hardening. And apply hardening to the last one. And that is good. Now, we haven't been logged out just yet, which is beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and go to installed plugins. Under installed plugins, we're going to go with solid security. Let's just activate solid security. And we've been logged out. So I may or may not have jinxed it. I don't know. But we have been logged out now. So we're going to go to login. I have my username and my password saved, right? So I don't need to worry about that stuff. All right, we're going to go back to Solid Security. We're going to go to Settings, or over here to the shield. We go to Setup. I've been using Solid Security from their names was, I believe it's iTheme Security, their name was. I've had them on one of my clients' websites for 6 years. Never had any issues. Absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful. All right, then. So we're using a really great plugin. I'm going to go allow and continue just because they've been really good for what they've been doing for the past 6 years for one of my clients' websites. All right, then. So now we are going to say this is a brochure website. It's a simple website to promote your business. And if it's a portfolio or a blog, you can select one of these options. We're not doing e-commerce now. We have e-commerce tutorials coming in the future. But for now, it's a brochure. Let's just go ahead and go with brochure. Yes, go ahead and scan site. I don't see why not. We hit a snag. Yes, so my plugin WP server is going to prevent the scan from going perfectly fine. For you, the scan should go through well and everything should be fine. So I'm going to skip for now, but you do the scan, complete the scan, and then we're going to meet in the next step. Let's go ahead and skip for now. After we skip for now, so and they've changed the setup because normally it's different from this. I like this. I like when software is updated. I just love software, guys. You would not believe how much I love software. So anyway, if it's a network, a multi-site, you can go ahead and activate network brute force, but this is only for WP multi-sites, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It says recommended, so I'm going to turn it on. All right. Then we're going to continue. We are going to request strong passwords, not only for ourselves, but also for our users. Remember, I spoke to you about admin username and password. So the username and the password being admin are one of the few. This is one of them. This is going to prevent us from that. All right, so let's go ahead and continue. Allow two-factor. I'm not going to do two-factor because I can't bother setting this up. You can do it for your website. I'm not going to do it because it's just a tutorial. Let's go ahead and continue. And this is for my own website. If I do client website, it's going to be like a painful setup. So we're going to do it for my own website, which is what you're doing as well. You can enable Security Check Pro and you go next. And we have our IPs right here. There's one authorized IP and we have a detected IP. So I'm going to authorize my IP address, meaning that it's going to be whitelisted. And so it's not going to be subject to security scans and so on. It's not going to block me from getting into my website. And it's the same for you guys. We're going to go with next. After we go with next, we can activate two-factor. Like I said, I'm not going to do that. Everything here is going to stay except for site check, schedule site scan. We're going to leave the firewall and so on. And next. We're going to use default user groups. We are going to go next right here. Let's change nothing. And you can click admin. It's the same thing, doesn't matter. But let's just go ahead and complete setup. All right, now this is good. So I am going to go to the dashboard. So this is our dashboard. It's absolutely beautiful. We can configure a firewall. Patch stack is amazing. And everything is beautiful and well done. Now that we have made it this far, the last step is we're going to go to plugins, installed plugins. On installed plugins, we're going to activate UpdraftPlus. We are going to press here to start because that's easier. We're going to now go to settings. Let's go to settings. What I want you to do for your backups, so just close that. We're going to do it daily. All right. For this kind of website, we're going to do it daily and we're going to keep a month of backups, meaning that we're going to keep 28 backups because 28 backups, one backup per day, that's a month of backups. And that's going to be helpful. The reason why this is helpful is because you might have a change made yesterday that today you want to undo. You might have a hack today that wasn't there yesterday. And it's going to be a very easy security feature where you can just roll back to a previous version that worked. Like a crash computer, you go back to the last save point that the computer actually worked. And you can undo a lot of damage by just doing that. Because this is a tutorial, so for you and your website, this is a setting that you're going to use. But because this is a tutorial, what we are going to do is we're going to go manual and we're going to go only 2 backups. And that's simply because this is a tutorial. But for you and your website, 28 daily, all right, for both the database and the files. We're going to save to Google Drive. We have also used Amazon S3, which is absolutely beautiful. It works well. And we are going to sign in with Google, but not just yet. Let's go all the way down and save changes. Now we're going to sign in with Google. Go ahead and sign with Google and do the procedures. And here we go. Now just go ahead and complete setup. After we've gone ahead and complete the setup, what we're going to be doing is we are going to go to our website and visit site. And now our website is actually secure. What we're going to do next is we're going to actually start editing our website. So like we said, we are going to change our logo. We are going to change this little W right here. We're going to change it to the actual logo for our business. It looks more professional. If we want to change our colors, so let's say our colors are not green, we can go ahead and change from green. And we're going to change our fonts. If we don't want to use this font, we're going to change font. If you don't know which font and which color to use, we're going to learn how which ones to use as well, or how to go about deciding which color and which font to use. We're going to learn how to add our pictures and so on, but that comes later, and how to edit the content. But for now, we're just going to make some basic changes. Well, these are crucial changes, mind you, for our logos and colors and so on, our site identity. So to do those changes, we're going to go to Zeilhan Consultant dashboard. On the dashboard, we're going to go to Appearance and Customize. And on Appearance and Customize, we're going to first change our logo, and we're going to change our site identity. Let's first change our site icon. To change our site icon, there's dark mode. Always use dark mode, guys. It's like a tech bro thing. If you're not using dark mode, you're not doing it right. So always use dark mode if dark mode is available. All right, so we're going to scroll down. We're going to go to site identity. Under site identity, we're going to select site icon. Let's go right here. I'm going to upload my logos, actually. So we're going to go to upload files and select my logos. My logos are being uploaded. I am going to use this one and select. Something is there, guys. Something is there, I promise you. Just because it's white and in background as well, but something is there. So we're going to go ahead and crop image. When we crop image, you're going to see change up here. All right, so just look right here. All right, that's changed. Let's go ahead and publish those changes. We're going to go back. Now we need to change our logo. There are a few ways we can go about changing it. The easiest is that you hover over whatever it is that you want to edit and you press the three dots. If that doesn't work, all right, if that doesn't work, you can go to header, and right here, we're going to see this appear. You can just click on the logo, and now you can change the logo. It's the same thing with the footer. You can go to footer. You're going to see this area appear, and you scroll all the way to the bottom of the website. This is widget area 1, I suppose. Widget area 2 would be this, and then widget area 3, which means that 4 is here. So this is widget area 4 and widget area 5. And down here, we have our copyright. So we're going to change this later. But for now, we are going to our header. So scroll away top and go to our logo. Click on the logo. We are going to change the logo to this colored version of Zeilhan's logo. All right, that's good. And you can turn on the site title and you can turn on the site tagline. You can turn off the site title and keep the tagline. And I kind of like how that looks. Zeilhan, the best online business consultants, but it's going to be a little bit redundant because once we scroll down the website, you're going to see the best online business consultants here anyway. So you can use a variety of changes and design options if you would like. I am not going to be using them, so let's go ahead and turn them off. But this is what we're going to be doing. Very simple, very minimalistic. And go ahead and publish those changes. All right. After we've published those changes, we have our menu here. We have our social icons. You can click on the social icon and you can add a new one. So I'm going to go ahead and add YouTube because we're on YouTube and we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. Wanted to do it before the end of the year. We're not going to be able to do it, but we can still try for early in 2025. So go to YouTube and add YouTube and make it first, Instagram second, X, and then Facebook. And we can go ahead and publish those changes. Now, in one of the tutorials that we did on our YouTube channel, we said that we're going to make this website, believe it or not, this actual website, we're going to optimize it for conversions. And one of the things that we did was that we added a call to action or a button right here to say that you can go ahead and schedule a consultation. Now, we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to move this to the first row. And you're going to notice that this row appears. And in this section, we're going to go back and we're going to grab a button and we are going to drag it right here. Now, once we've dragged the button right here, it says book a consultation. We're going to click on that button and we're going to change the text from book a consultation to pre-consultation. All right. And we're going to change the label. So I'm going to just put a hash right here for the link and we're going to save changes. And that is good for now. In the later parts of the tutorial, we're going to actually create the consultation pages and features and everything. But for now, we're just going to add the button. Now for the footer, we're going to scroll all the way down, all the way down. And on our footer, by the way, guys, notice that you can add all these widgets to your website. So if we add a search, we can add a search right here, and you're going to actually have a search icon appear, and you can click on it and make some changes. All right, but we're not going to be using the search icon, and you can add a second menu right here. Come on, menu 2. And you can add a second menu right here, and so on and so forth. We're not going to be doing that. All right, let's go ahead and close that one. And yeah, so let's go. Now we're going to go to the footer like we said. On the footer, the first thing I'm going to change is the copyright. So just go ahead and hover and click. Copyright, WordPress tutorial by Zeilhan. Go ahead and click the link. And we're going to edit. Go right here. Open a new tab and update. And it's by Zeilhan. Bold the Zeilhan. And that's good. The guys over at Creative Theme, I've met Sergio, guys, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Absolutely awesome, guys. So you should definitely go ahead and continue using the Blocksy theme. I love what they're doing here. So we have the WordPress tutorial by Zeilhan. That is beautiful. To edit these sections, you're just going to hover over it and click on Edit. It's going to appear. You can click over here and you can say, and you can go ahead and do that and make your changes. You see for the email section, click on Edit. You're not going to change where the email goes right here. You're going to change it actually in Blocksy. Matter of fact, let me show you. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go to Blocksy. So you can just like click right here and get back to the dashboard and go to Blocksy and go to extensions, I believe it is, and newsletter subscribe. It's activated. Go ahead and customize. I'll close that. And you can change it right here. And it says the list source is default, meaning that it's going to be saved to WordPress, but you can go custom and you can change these options. The other thing that you can do is instead of customize, it says provider, you can change to, so we've done a lot on MailChimp. I don't see MailChimp here. We'll go with MailChimp, and you can add your key and your list ID. Now, if you don't know how to, if you don't know how to get this information, we've done a tutorial on MailChimp and teaches you exactly how to get the API key and the ID and everything like that. You can watch our tutorial somewhere over here. So we're not going to go through that again, but we know how to do that. And here we are. If you want to edit these sections, you just go ahead and click Edit. And beware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. And this is true, especially in finance. It's the little things that you keep spending on that adds up. So that's why I try to be mindful of what I spend on. So you can just go ahead and click on Edit. For these sections, if you click on Edit, it's a little bit harder to edit because it says here that it's locked. So you can't just click on it and be like, and you can change. Like, it doesn't work, right? So how do you edit this section? Well, in order to edit this section, you click on Edit here. After you click on Edit here, you're going to be taken, double click here, or you can click on Edit here. You're going to be taken here. You notice that this is locked. What you can do is you can click on this and it will take you to the parent block. Anyway, over here, you're going to go ahead and options, and it's, you're going to go to options and it says you can lock it. That's actually what's happened here. So you're going to go to settings, show more settings, and on show more settings, you can click right here and change from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. and Friday. So that's Monday to, I'm going to say Monday to Thursday because we're not open on the weekends, are we? So just go ahead and do that. And on Fridays, it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we close early on Fridays. And we need to have a hyphen right here. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's good. And you can publish these changes. And it's the same thing over here. You click on Edit. You're going to notice that a section is locked. What you can do is you can click here, show more settings, go to phone, And you see this here, and you see this here, and whatnot and whatnot, and you can make your changes, and then you update, and those changes are good. All right, then that's good. So we've completed the actual part about changing our logo, changing our site icon, editing our header. You can edit the menu, like I've said. Just click on the three dots and you can change the colors. But the reason why we haven't done too much of that just yet is because we're going to go over colors, and we're also going to go over typography, which is what we're going to do next. Like, we're going to do that like right now. So let's just go into that. We're going to start with colors, guys. So for this part, what we have to notice is that the website is green and it gives a certain look and feel. And this is going to be very important. You need to pay attention because there's this thing called color psychology. And how color psychology works. Color psychology is saying that, or explains that different colors emit different emotions. And I'm going to show you instead of explaining it to you. That's all I'll say. Different colors emit different emotions. And for your business and your brand, you might want to emit a different emotion than what green gives. That's all I'm going to say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you. So let's just go right here. I'm going to save this color palette. First of all, so I've saved it. Now I'm going to click on color palettes. And what I want you guys to do is I want you to notice how the website looks and how it feels at the moment. Two things influence this: the font that is used and the colors that are used. So after we've seen this, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look at palettes, and we're going to choose one like this one. And immediately the website feels different. It feels a whole lot different than when we had green. And we're going to go up again, we're going to scroll to the top, and we're going to choose a different color palette. So we had something green going before, and the similar feeling is back. So let's just go ahead and use, let's use a stronger blue. This stronger blue is going to emit a different feeling, a completely different feeling and intensity than what we have with the light blue, mind you. So that's very important. And you can notice that the website now feels a lot different. It feels different, guys. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to just choose two or so more color palettes just to drive that point home. I like that yellow is here. Let's try yellow. And this is very different. This gives me a feminine feeling, a bright, energetic feminine feeling. Excited, energetic, high, over the top, very enthusiastic and exciting. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this. Meanwhile, when I used blue, this dark blue, I feel a bit more composed, more business-like, a little bit calmer, more trusting, I would say. And that's what color psychology do. Now, let's see if we can find one with red, because red is good. So we have orange, not red. And all the way to the top. And this is a little bit different. What I can do, I'm going to let it stay. I'll show you later. And like we said, this feels different than blue, than yellow. So what we're going to do is we're going to make some more changes right here. All right. So it says here, this is the first color. So I'm going to change this to red because what I actually wanted was a red color palette and I didn't have that. And now this is flair. This is excitement. This is bravery. This is, I don't know, this is just extroverted, out there, dominant, in your face. I'm here and I'm going to get it done and stuff like that. This is kind of emitting confidence in me, if I might say. Meanwhile, blue emitted calm and trust. So these are the color palettes that are available by default. You can click on a color palette and you can change it. So you see we can change this from red to blue and it changes, but we're not going to go about it that way. What I want to do is I'm going to go right to this link and I'm going to type in color psychology so you can see how color psychology works. And it explains right here from the Search Labs AI. Color psychology is a study of how colors can affect people's thoughts and emotions. And it gives some examples with red, a powerful color that evoke a range of emotions, including passion, energy, urgency, love, warmth, danger, and caution. Meanwhile, yellow is optimism, cheerfulness, clarity, warmth, fun. And blue is blue there. Blue and green evoke feelings of calmness and trust. We can click on images, which is what we felt just now. And the chart I like to use is this one. This is one of them I like to use because you notice that all the food brands, 90% of the food brands have one or a combination of yellow, orange, and red. Notice a lot of the tech companies and banks use a lot of blue. And green is for those earth or green companies that I would put it. And balance, this is an interesting one with gray, which is really just some tones of blacks and whites. Those are for premium brands mostly. So if you look at Louis Vuitton, Versace, Apple is a premium brand, believe it or not. Those tend to use the blacks and whites, Rolls Royce, for example. So this is how color psychology is going to work. How do you choose the color for your business? First, you're going to decide which emotions you want to emit to your website visitors, and that's going to go into your brand. A lot of times you will have a brand guide before you start building your website. I think we do that as well. We give you a brand guide, so you might not need to decide this on your own. You can do that with your marketing team. You can have our team help you with that. But after you've decided on the emotion that you want to emit, you're going to go to coolors.co. So right here, we are at coolors.co. You're going to go to explore trending palettes. I could do the generator, but it can cause seizures and epilepsy. So our epileptic attacks. So I am not going to do that because I don't know who is watching, but you can go ahead and do that. And right here we're gonna have some color palettes that have been designed already, and they are very popular among Coolers users. Now this is one, this red and this blue. So you can just go ahead and click on that. Go back to your website, click right here, and click here and paste. Go right here and add the hashtag. All right, then you can click right here and paste. We have the cream. That's good. Go right here. Let's actually use it right here and paste. Ooh, that's where that is. Okay, so I see now. This is interesting. So I liked that they used the white for this section because having red there would be a little bit much, I think. So yeah, this can be done. I wouldn't put the cream right here because as you can see, it's a bit much, but you can go ahead and grab your blue. I'm just going to use the blue in the main point so you can see where it's added, guys. So that's the blue. And it looks like it would work better with a lighter blue. And you go right there. And that is how you would go ahead selecting your colors. Now, these colors that are here are not the best colors for this website because, quite frankly, I don't like how strong this red is. I would pretty much change it to something a little bit brighter, something like that. And the blue would not work well here. I would use something like a light red. Like a light red. And I would make it a little bit less transparent so it's not as overbearing. That's something that I would do, but I'm not going to try changing this color palette as it is. I'm just showing you how to get it done. However, after you've done coolers, so all your coolers are here, I want you to notice something. These are global color palettes. All right, so for your global color palettes, that's what's going to be given from the theme. Later, in a few minutes, actually, because we're going to spend a few minutes, just few minutes on typography, we're going to go to the Elementor global colors, and that's going to be important. So this is what we have right now. The next thing that we need to focus on is the global typography. So typography is very important because typography also affects the way your website looks and feels. And like I said, I won't explain it as much. I'll just show you. So just go back to the main here. It says base font system default. So I'm going to click on system default and I am going to change to trebuchet. And you're going to notice that this change, this almost looks like the font that you would use. Worse. This almost looks like the font that you would use for a clothing brand. So this doesn't work for a consultation website. We could choose Verdana, which isn't so bad, mind you. Georgia is not too bad, even though it has the serifs. So what is serifs versus sans serif? Serifs are these flicks and little dashes and so on that you see on the edge of these letters. And sans serif is like sans means without in Latin, so it's like without serif. A without serif font would be a Verdana that you see right here. Notice how it looks differently from Georgia, serif and sans serif. And as you can realize, these fonts, they change the way your website feels. They change the way it looks. And it's also kind of attached to the services that you offer and the industry that you're in. And the reason why I say this is because this doesn't look like a tech fund. This doesn't look like a business fund. It could be used for a clothing business, a fashion business, but it's not working well for a professional service like a consultant. So what you can do, and this is the safest way to go about it, there are some funds that are popular for different types of businesses. You can just go to Google and type in, so we're going to do business fund. It's a business consultant. We can just say best business funds, best funds for businesses. And let's scroll. We have Helvetica. This is a popular one. Playfair Display, also popular. And notice that most of these are here by default. So let's look for Helvetica. Ow, I hit my finger. And here we go with Helvetica. This looks so much better. I believe the next one was Playfair Display. This is there as well. Playfair Display. This is variable. SC. And I think this is a serif font actually. Oh, so it's not a Google font, which is okay. I'm not going to add it. I don't want to go. You can just say understand and click continue and you will add it, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm just going to cancel. What other fonts can we use? Bakersville looks good. I don't think Bakersville is a default font. It might be. So let's see. It's not a default font. So if it's a Google font, you can go ahead and use it. The only thing I'd say you should be careful of is that whenever you use a lot of fonts, so don't use more than 2 fonts on your website. Maybe one for the primary and then different ones from the secondary and the paragraph and so on. When you use too many fonts, every time your web page loads, you have to load the font as well, which simply means that if you use a lot of fonts, then you're going to have to load a lot of fonts. In addition to loading, so you load in fonts, let's say you're loading like 3 different fonts, and you're loading images, you're loading a video, you're going to load CSS, JavaScript, and some HTML. That's 8 different types of things that you have to load, and they have different sizes. And the reason why I say is because if you're loading 8 different things versus 4, so just 2 fonts, JavaScript, CSS, HTML at 5, you're gonna load your website a lot faster. So more fonts makes your website a lot faster, and most times it's not even that attractive because it looks too exciting and like too much is going on. Not exciting in a good way, guys. It looks crowded. So we're not going to be changing the fonts, but you at least know how to do it. I must say that I like Helvetica on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload, and I think I'm going to go with the red. So I'm going to reload, see what I have right here, and if I like it. And I think I like the red a lot better than I do this. So, and the font can stay, the font can remain as it is. We could go to Helvetica for the font. Let me see how I like that one. Yeah, I'm going to keep Helvetica. So let's go ahead and publish that. And for the colors, I don't like the green as much anymore. So I'm going to go with perhaps the blue. Let me see what the blue, oh, purple. So purple is fine, but that's not for what I'm looking at. That's more royalty. I am going to go with blue. Let's see how blue stays. Blue is not so bad, but I think for this one, I'm going to go with red. For some reason, I feel the connection with red, guys. So I'm going to see if there wasn't a red font, but there was. I'm going to leave it as is. Go over to Coolors. I am going to get a nice red. So here are a lot of reds. So I am going to grab this one right here and paste. And the secondary, I'm going to use this bright red. All right. All right, that's good. So we can do the bright one for first, and then for the second bright, we can get another brighter red right here. That's the same one from there. So for the highlight, we can just use our own color, EF00, and that's pretty bright. Now for this background color, we need to find something that's going to work really well. I'm thinking of using a lighter gray than is right here. So I'm going to look for a lighter white. This could perhaps work. And I'm gonna publish these changes first, and I'm going to see if this is the one that needs to be changed actually. So let me just, all right. So that's the one. And it's funny because I just clicked to see if it would change the right one. And I think that works well. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Coolors. We're going to look for something that blends in well. So I'm going to use one of these. Now I need a lighter white. That's what I need. So I'm going to just click on that. Click on that. Go right here. And that's fine, I guess, at the moment. Yes, that's really good. It's giving the red the space to pop and be exciting. We didn't want something too overbearing. And then for this area, we can change that color a little bit later. It's going to go ahead and publish, and we have our whites and so on. Now, here's a thing that's going to be very interesting for you guys, and this is something I want you to understand. Like I said, these are the global color palettes, but we have to do the Elementor color palettes as well. So what I'm going to do is I am going to duplicate, and after duplicating, I am going to exit, duplicate and exit. After I exit, we are going to go to visit site. After visiting the site, we are going to edit with Elementor. We might have to recreate site kit. Let's see if that comes up. We're going to recreate kit right here and save changes. After that, let's just go back here and refresh and close that. All right, so back here and refresh and close that. Then now we're here. We're going to click right here and we're going to go to, nope, not theme builder, guys. That's a mistake, not theme builder. We're going to go to site settings right here, global colors. And the primary color is not this blue, it's actually this red. So we're going to click on that. We're going to copy and we are going to paste. You're going to see it come together, guys. Let's go ahead and paste. Our secondary color can be that, text can be that. Our accent color is this bright red actually, which is interesting. We have both reds. Oh wait, they're all the same. So I'm gonna copy that and paste. All right, that's good. Now we're gonna add some colors. We're gonna add a new red. So this is going to be 1. So it's red 1. Go back here and we're going to grab this dark red. We click right here. That's a little bit dark. So we're gonna go with this one for red 2. That's red 2. And let's paste. So I think what we'll do is we'll change this to this and do this for red 2. All right. Now we're going to need a black and a white. So we're going to go with black. And we need to have light black, as I like to call it. That's not what it is, but I like to call it light black. We're going to get a black that is not exactly black. I think this one works well. Then we're going to get white, and that goes there. Then we're going to get dark white, which is not really dark white because, it's not really a color, but that's what I call it for code. And I'm going to do that right here. As a matter of fact, we can just grab the white. So we can grab the whites from here for that, but I'm not going to do that because we're going to have access to these. Just go back here, dark white, paste it, and we have that. I think it would be really good if we had a nice accent color and so on, but we're not going to worry too much about that. Just going to go ahead and save these changes. And I'm going to click here on the X. You're going to see something interesting right now. Because what we're doing now, we've set the color, we've set the font, so it's going to make our design process faster. Now we're going to start designing our website. I'm going to show you what we just did. So on our website, we have this place that right here is an eyesore. I don't like the dark background right here. So we can click here, edit container, go to style, and on color, we click color. You're going to see a few different colors. The first ones are going to be the Elementor global colors that we just set: primary, secondary, text, accent, red 1, red 2, black, light black, white, dark white. Then we're going to have these colors from the theme. It's going to call theme color palette 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 7. We can change this. And notice now it's a little bit darker. Don't like it too much. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a light red. So I remember we did a light red. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. But what we're going to do is we're going to just edit with Elementor, side settings, global colors, and we are going to say light red 1, and we're going to paste this right here. After we paste it right there, just going to move this over to red. We are going to move this over here. Let's do the strong one here first. We're going to copy this and we're going to add color, and it's going to be light. And after light red 2, we are going to paste this right here. We're going to move this all the way down, and we're going to save changes, X out of here, go back to the section that we just worked on. So we're just waiting for this to load, and it's loaded, I think. All right, now it's loaded. We're going to scroll all the way down to that section. This black, I don't like it. We're going to edit container. I'm going to show you how to do this soon, guys. Go to style, background, and we're going to get the light red number 2. I'm going to see if that looks good. Now, the thing about it is that we normally avoid all this trouble by just having a brand palette or a brand guide that has the color palettes in it. So this doesn't look good either, because that's pink. Let's just see if we can do it with the black. And that's kind of okay. I mean, we could go with red 1, which for me is a bit strong, but it's not so bad given all the colors that we've had going on. So we're going to go ahead and publish those changes. What we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to edit this website. This is like the core of the tutorial. Just learn how to edit this website. So let's get going into that, guys. So now we have to edit this template, and it's quite easy to edit, guys. Like, what I'm going to do is I want you to follow me, and we're going to learn how to edit everything on this page starting right now. And we're going to learn it in 10 minutes. It's not as easy as learning in 10 minutes, because even though you understand what to do in 10 minutes, it's going to take you a few tutorials for you to actually learn how to do everything comfortably and quickly. But we're going to give you the gist of it right now. So on your panel, dashboard place right here, page, it's strange that I don't know what to call it, right? On your web page right here, on your home page with the Elementor editor open, you're going to click on this eye icon that says preview changes, and it's going to bring up a copy of what you're working on here. Now, here's the beautiful thing about how this works. It's absolutely beautiful. So what you see right here is the final version. Meanwhile, you make changes here, and the changes that you make here are going to be added or shown or reflected here. But here's how this is beautiful. Whenever you're making a change, you literally just hover over whatever it is that you want to edit, and you right click and it tells you what it is. It's a heading, or you right click, it's a text editor, or you right click, it's a button, and it says to edit. And you're going to just, once you click on edit, it's going to bring up the sidebar over here. This is where you can make changes. You can change the text. You can add a link for your button. We're going to create a page in a few minutes that's going to be added here for the lead generation part. Now, remember, we're making this website. Now, I could teach you to make this website and you make it and it makes no money for your business. That wouldn't be helpful. That would be a waste of your time. So what we're going to do is, after we teach you how to make a website and edit it, which is where we're at the editing portion right now, we're also going to teach you how to do lead generation on your website. So that's going to be covered in that section. You can go to style. For typography, it's a lot like Microsoft Word, but we're going to do typography on heading because it's a lot easier to show. But for the button, you can change the color of the background. Notice you can change the color of the hover. All right, so you can change it from black to white, from red to white. You can change the hover text. All right, so text color on the hover, you can make it black, and that's going to be your button. You can change the color of the button, like I said, back to red, and so on and so forth. The thing about it, that guys, is that it's very easy for you to learn, but you need to spend some time to perfect it. So remember, I was telling you about Microsoft Word. Apparently, you can use it on the header and on the text editor. So just hover over this text editor area, click on edit, and let us say now we're going to learn to use ChatGPT to get content for our website very soon. We're going to do that on the about page after we've done the contact page. We're not going to spend too much time, but just to give you some practice and help you learn how to do it. But let us say that we're going to change the text here from this Latin text to, Let us help you grow your business online at Zeilhan, which is literally what we do, guys. You can highlight, hover, edit, highlight everything here, and type in your new text. All right, then. So you've made your point. I think we need some more text, but that's aside from the point. We've learned how to do that. Now I just learned how to edit our text. On the same edit text editor, you go to style. So content change is what is going to be shown. Style is going to change how it's shown or how it looks. And advanced, we're going to get to that a little bit. So on style, you can change the text color to a full black. Notice that the color changes, or you can go to red, which is going to change the color again, or you can just go back to secondary. So that's good. I'm going to go back to full black, so it's a little bit easier to see the changes. On typography, like I said, it's a lot like Microsoft Word. You can change the text size. You can also change the text. So we're going to go with Helvetica. Remember, Helvetica was one of those fonts that we enjoyed in the typography section. So we can go with Helvetica. And it's actually Helvetica that we're using. You can go with Tahoma. I notice it's changed. And Tahoma isn't so bad a font, is it? We can go with Abel, whatever that is. And that doesn't look bad by itself, actually. And so on. So I'm going to go with Tahoma for now. You can change the font weight from 100 is thin to 800 is bold, or extra bold in this case. You can do italics. So let's go to style. Italic and oblique are very similar. I know there is a difference because I think whenever you're coding, you use italics whenever you're highlighting like a book or a title, and obliques is just if you want the text to slant and look that way. So italic and oblique, you can use them interchangeably. In this case, I don't think it's such a big deal anymore because, we're not coding, thankfully. And you can transform everything to uppercase, everything to capitalize. That is where the first letter of every word is in uppercase. We can turn everything to lowercase, mind you, and we can go with the default, which is actually how we typed it. That is for typography. You can add a text shadow and change the color. Let's use something a little bit more flamboyant or expressive. Let's put it like that. Now you notice that the text is glowing. That's beautiful. And the interesting thing, sometimes you can set it so that whenever you hover, the text has a shadow or it glows. Now that's pretty amazing. And for the shadow, you can change the blur. You can change where it glows, and you can do like that. The header is very similar. You hover over the header and you edit heading. That's beautiful. What I want to show you guys, you see this area, it's a very complicated area. It's not beginner friendly at all. Something interesting is happening here. But before we do that, I'm going to teach you about widgets. Widgets are like everything that you put on the page. And if I update right here, it's going to be shown right here. So I'm going to do that. And then, no, let me refresh because I don't want to save those changes. They're kind of ugly. All right. We've reloaded. And I'm going to change this to welcome to Zeilhan tutorial, just so you can see how the updates work. All right. So it says welcome to Zeilhan's WordPress tutorial. All right. That's good. If we publish, so I'm going to show you my hands. And when we publish, I'm going to go to this page and show you my hands, and it's going to update automatically. So go ahead and publish. Go to this page. And here are my hands. I can't refresh the page. It's going to refresh by itself, and it's going to be updated. Oh, wait. I need to reopen that window. So I'm just reopen it. And that's a fail. Let's try again. Consulting services. Let's go with digital business consulting solutions for you. Let's try that. Now I'm going to publish. And here we go. There, it's working now. And it's worked. So that's how the updates are going to work. Now, here's what's happening. Now, like I said, this section is kind of complicated and it's not beginner friendly at all. But I'm going to help you understand what's happening here. First, we're going to learn what this is, this thing that's highlighted. It's called a container. And within each container, you're going to add your widgets. So you need to have a container to add your widgets. And it's funny because if you click the plus, you can add a widget or an element. Notice that you have a container as one of these elements or widgets. Here's the interesting thing. If you click plus right here and you click plus again, these are two different types of containers that you can add. You can add a flexbox or a grid. The grid is kind of like set up in a different way versus the flexbox where the grid is sectioned and has a nice design. For the Flexbox, however, you can do the same with these ones, but we don't use them very often. But for the arrows, so you're seeing arrows pointing down and to the side. The arrows pointing down mean that data is going to be stacked on top of each other. So everything's going to go beneath the previous one. And with this one, it means that everything is going to be stacked from left to right. So whenever you add a widget, it's going to be added left to right. Now, if you click on this one, you're going to notice that a container appears. Let's click on it here. Let's add a header element. The arrow is pointing down, so everything is going to be stacked on top of each other. So let's add a image, and let's just add a button. Now, everything is stacked on top of each other, which is pretty awesome, right? What you can do is you can hover over the container, edit. So right click, edit container, and you can change the direction of the items from top down or vertical to horizontal. And here we have everything set beside each other, which is actually pretty amazing. So quite like that, you can make a change even if you made a mistake. And like I was saying, I'm going to just go top to bottom again. Like I was saying, you can add a container as a element into a container, and within that you can add a grid and so on and so forth. So it's actually pretty amazing. Now the thing that I mentioned previously, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this. All right, so delete. The thing that I mentioned previously is that I was saying this section is not beginner friendly at all. It's really not beginner friendly. I'm going to go ahead and publish, but I'm not going to pay attention to the changes. What we're going to do is we're going to click on this little structure icon right here. Just click on that. And it's going to help us to understand exactly what's happening here. Like, that's the easiest way I've come across to explain it. So when you click on the structure, notice this comes and goes at the side. All right, when it's here, I want you to click on the container. Notice that everything is highlighted. It's going to show you what is on the page from a structured point. All right, so within the first container, which is where we are right now, we have two containers. One is right here that we've just clicked on, and the next one is right here that we've clicked on. Now we need to understand what is happening in this container, because if we understand what's happening, we can recreate it on another website or in another part of the same website, which is actually pretty amazing. So we don't have to come up with the designs and trials for ourselves. Now we're going to click on this icon right here, and it's going to break it down. So within this container, we have one container and we have two containers. So if we click, there's a container there. And if we click, there's a container right here. And if we click, there's an image there as well. Within this first container, just click, we have four icons. Now this is where it gets interesting. So for these four icons, if you click once, you're going to notice that this one here gets highlighted, and move the structure out of the way. If you click on this one, you're going to notice that this one gets highlighted. If you click on this one, you're going to notice that this one gets highlighted, and click on this one, you notice that this one gets highlighted. Now, the interesting thing about these icons is once we click on icon, it's right here. Normally, we could change the colors and so on, but what I really want to show you is you go to advanced. So I mentioned advanced before, and it tells you where these elements are. So it gives you margin and padding, very easy to understand. I have a tutorial linked and on our YouTube channel that explains margin and padding really easily. But basically, margin is area around the element that pushes elements away from around it, and padding is space within the element. And I'm going to show you very soon. But we have margin and padding, align self, and here we go. The position is absolute. It has a top vertical orientation with a left horizontal orientation, minus 250 pixel offset, and minus 170 pixel offset for the vertical. Now here's the interesting thing. If you click on the next one, you're going to get very similar but different. Notice that everything is similar, but the numbers are different. And it's the same for all of these. This is very complicated design, guys, because it's not very easy to replicate. So this is not beginner friendly, but now you understand how it is done. You can do the same thing. All you would do is you would get a container, and within this container you would get icons. So you just grab an icon, drop it there, and duplicate it 4 times. And after you duplicate it 4 times, 2 ways you can go about it. The first is that you can click on this icon that is right here that you want to use, and you can copy. And after you copy, you can paste style, which is pretty cool. Or the other, and that's the easiest way, guys, because otherwise you'd have to be mapping out everything. The other way that you can do it is you can click on the icon and you want to match this icon with this icon. So you click on this icon, you go to advanced, and you repeat everything here. Absolute, -50, -100. And you go right here, advanced, absolute, -50, -100. Now, this is the one that we copied on. So we can go back here, here, and the width is, so you see we are already messing up. All we want is the position to be absolute. So position. All right, there we go. Go absolute. And we go -50. And this one is -100. And there we go. Just like that. And it's amazing because once you have a really beautiful template, like you will get from Blocksy every single time that they have absolutely beautiful templates, guys, you're going to have 90% of your design work done. And for the 10% that you need to do, we're going to show you a neat trick a bit later to get it done. Now, next thing that we need to focus on, which is also what makes this a complicated part of the tutorial, is the picture. So we see a picture of a beautiful girl right here. Now, this picture is not a picture of me, obviously. I'm a handsome black man. She's a beautiful, I don't know what ethnicity that is, but she's beautiful. Whatever. At times you need to get pictures for your website, and you might not have pictures available. What you can do is you can get stock pictures online. Now, here's what you're not going to do. Like, trust me, this is going to save you a whole lot of headache and probably even a legal battle. Do not go to Google and type beautiful woman at work. So that's the kind of picture that you want. Click on images and say, would you look at that? This woman is beautiful. Let me try this picture. Or I like this picture. Or I like this picture. Or I like this picture. Don't do that. Because you see, if you just, so I'm going to click on this one and you save. And after you save image, you upload it to your website. So you just click on image and you click right here and you upload it. That's possibly going to get you into a lawsuit. Here's why. If you look right here, it says you get this image on Adobe Stock, but most importantly, it says the license details, meaning that you click on license details and more times than not, it's going to say that it's not available for you to use for free. So you have to pay for this. What you need to do instead is, if you have to use Google, I wouldn't recommend it, but you have to use Google. Go to, let's just close this right here. Go to Tools, Usage Rights, and go for Creative Commons, CC0 or CC0.0 or whatever it is. Creative Commons is going to be those images. So if you see this picture, you can click on this and you see license details. I just click on that. It's going to tell you that CC0, there we go, public domain, Creative Commons, you can use it. So you can use this for work in the public domain and you don't have to add attributions. So that's the first way to get images. Now, I don't recommend this way because it's kind of low quality images that you get here most times. What you can do, however, is you can go to some very popular websites that give you stock images and videos as well, and icons and everything. I'm going to show you them right away. The first one is Pixabay. On Pixabay, you can get images for free. You don't even have to look. So you like this, you just click on it and you click download and you download. Beautiful. The next place that you can go is Pexels. Pexels and Pixabay are very similar, but they're different. You can search for image, and when you find one that you like, you can click right here. You can download. I'll show you how to download images very soon, and that's good. You can go to FreePic. Now, FreePic gives you also Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator assets, so that's beautiful. So you can type woman right here, and you're gonna get a lot of different results. Just be sure that you select free for the license. And let's say you like this picture. When you click on this picture, it's gonna ask you, and you download. It's going to say attribution is required, and you click here. It's going to tell you how to give attribution. For those reasons, I tend not to use FreePic because I don't want to go through attribution. But as you realize, for free, you can get very high quality media. After FreePic, there was Unsplash. I don't recommend them anymore. You can go to Icon Finder. Here's Icon Finder. You can type for icons, and you can also go to Icon Scout. And there we go with Icon Scout. Now, let's say that you found an image. So we're going to use this one just for test. Let's say you found an image that you'd like. Go ahead and download, but do not download at the highest size. our biggest dimensions, because the bigger the image, the more space it's going to take up. The more space it takes up, the slower it's going to make your website, which is bad for responsive design as well. It's bad for your conversions, because the slower your website is, the less people stay on it, meaning that less potential you have to make money. Normally, the 1280 version is good enough for us. We are going to download the selected size. And we've downloaded. After we've downloaded, we're going to go to Tiny JPG. On Tiny JPG, you can upload your picture, and it's going to be our image compression software that compresses your images for free. Once you compress your images, it's going to take up less space on your website, and you won't even notice the difference. So just upload our image. Once our image is uploaded, it's going to be automatically compressed. We'll lost 15%. Try to stay on the 200 or 250 kilobytes. Don't use a lot of images and so on. But we'll teach you how to keep your website faster. As a matter of fact, we have a few tutorials on that, how to make your website fast and optimize your images and so on. So you just go ahead and download. After you've downloaded, you're going to go back to your website. And remember, I taught you how to do this. So you just click on the image. It's going to bring this up, or you can just right click, edit image. It's going to bring this girl up. You click on her and you go to upload files and you choose the file. After you choose the file, we're going to get to the part where we need to do what's called image SEO. Now, what is image SEO? I don't know what SEO is, search engine optimization. So image SEO is when you optimize your images for search. Now, here's how you're going to do that. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to rename your picture. Use hyphens, not space between each word, and you're going to make the name a descriptive name of what your business is and what the picture does, or how it relates to your business. So in this case, we're going to have a woman. We're not going to label this beautiful black woman, because that does not work for getting us consultant leads. However, we can say digital business consultants, Zeilhan consultants, and use hyphens between each word and not spaces. And there that is. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to name your alt text. Now, believe it or not, there are people viewing your website. I don't know if viewing is the right word to use, but there are people on your website that are visually impaired. Like, I even know someone like that, and he's a university professor, tenured university professor, mind you. But anyway, there are people who can't see that are using your website. In this case, they're going to use what's called a screen reader. When they come to your image, how exactly is the screen reader going to read your image? This is where the alt text comes in. Also, when your website doesn't load properly and the images are broken, it's going to load the alt text for the image to tell the person what the image is about, which is where this alt text comes in. Use something descriptive. Again, do not use beautiful black woman as the alt text, because that's not going to get you leads for your consultant business. All right. What you're going to do instead is you are going to type something that your ideal client would search in Google for your services. So let's say that they would search best digital consultants for e-commerce businesses. This is what you're going to type right here for your alt text. And after you do that, you are going to highlight, copy, and you're going to paste this. I'm a little bit big. I don't need to be that big. You're going to paste this in a caption and in a description, and then you're going to add it to your website. Now, here's the interesting thing. You're going to do this for your logo. You're going to do it for your site icon and every single image on your website, which means that if you have 50 images on your website, there are 50 different ways for your website to get traffic. Because remember, when we went to Google and we typed in beautiful woman, those search terms were optimized for SEO, which means that those images leads us back to the websites that posted them. So do not underestimate and undervalue how important this is. I'm not going to keep this image because it doesn't necessarily fit, but at least you know now how to work with it. Let's see. I think this is the one that we had. There we go. That's good. That's good. And publish. So we're not going to keep the section either. It's an eyesore. So let's go ahead and delete. And we're going to delete everything to the right as well. And we are going to publish, and we are good. So let's continue. In the tutorial, we're going to learn about responsiveness. So what is responsiveness and what does it mean? So what is website responsiveness? Well, the thing is that whenever you make your website like here, and this is interesting, right? So bring that back over here and grab my smartphone. This smartphone has a screen that's about 6 inches, right? That's, I think, the length of the screen. I'm also going to be able to access this website on the smartphone. And currently, this monitor that you're seeing over here, I don't know. What you're going to notice that this monitor is actually a 27-inch monitor. So how is it that the same website that is showing beautifully on a 27-inch monitor is going to show us beautifully on a 6-inch monitor or a 6-inch screen? The reason is that we have what's called website responsiveness. Now, website responsiveness doesn't mean that you talk to the website and talks back. That's some AI type stuff. What website responsiveness means is that the website adjusts its pictures and its layout and its structure and everything to fit different screen sizes and maintain its look. So it still looks beautiful and it maintains its functionality. So it looks good and it works well. That is what responsiveness means. Now, here's the thing that's interesting. To make a website responsive with Elementor, all you have to do is click on these options up here. So we have one for the mobile portrait, we have one for the tablet portrait, and we have one for the desktop. On the mobile portrait, you just click on the mobile portrait, and you're gonna see it looks like a phone right now. Now, here's something interesting that I really do need to point out. I did say that this is not a simple design, but when you look at the desktop, we have the picture, and on the picture there is this container. It's white background, and it has what's called an icon box. The icon box has this quote symbol or quote icon, and it has some words. Now, here's where you're going to need to be focused. When we go to mobile, you notice that the text is there, but it's not showing well. You can't really see it very well. If you click here and it goes over to the side, it shows exactly as it's going to be shown to someone using a mobile. So even though you can't just go mobile on the preview like this, you simply just need to bring the side panel. You just need to click here and get over here, and it's going to show exactly what's there. And what do you notice? You notice that the words that were written here are now gone. In other words, the text widget is gone. And well, it's actually an icon box. That is all gone with the container. And if you click right here, it appears, but you can't see. That simply means that they have edited the responsiveness so that this part is not shown on mobile. And a lot of times you're going to do that to make your design work well. So just scrolling down, we can notice that everything looks good. This takes up 2 lines. It doesn't look very well, so we can click on it and we can go to style and size. Notice that it says the size is for mobile portrait. You can click on it. And if you click on it, you're going to see for tablet and for desktop. So you can change across orientations. You're going to reduce the size to about 12, I believe. And as you notice, it works well. Normally, you try to maintain just one size for different texts. Like H2 is like 14 pixels and H1 is 16 pixels and the text is 12 pixels, stuff like that. You try to maintain that, but that's good design. But sometimes the eye test just tells you that it's a bit too small or too large, and that's what we've done here. And you're going to go ahead and continue to change the size. Now we're going to learn a bit more about responsive design as we work on the about page and the contact page, because those are going to require to make some changes, but that's perfectly fine. What we're going to do is we're just going to continue. And you notice you notice that we have a lot of padding. So if we click here, edit container and go to advanced, we have a lot of padding. It is the space within the container. And if we added margin, it would be the space outside of the container. Now we're just going to keep on scrolling just to ensure everything looks good. I don't like this because it goes on 2 lines when it could be on 1, and it's just 1 word. So just go ahead and reduce the size, and that looks better. That looks good. That looks good. This animation is amazing. To figure out the animation, you just click on what animated and go to edit container, and we don't see it here. It's not under style, but it's going to be under advanced. The motion effects is where you're going to look. It's going to say fading from the left, slow. Now you might not be able to find that quickly. That's fine. Go through every tab and every option until you see something that speaks about the animation, and you go ahead and use that. So we're going very well. We're making some progress, and this looks really well for a responsive website. And you do this for every single page, guys. Like, all of the page needs to be responsively designed, and we're going to teach you how to do that very quickly. Anyway, this is beautiful as it is. We're going to go ahead and publish. After we've done the mobile, let's scroll all the way to the top again, and let's go to the tablet portrait. On the tablet portrait, we're going to notice that that section is going to be shown. So you notice it's not hard to see. If we do this, it's showing, so that section is going to be shown. All right, so we can click on this, and we notice that we can go ahead and do the same thing with our responsive design and go from there for our tablet. And that is how you're going to continue to edit your template. Now, this is actually pretty great progress that you've made, because not only do you know, so I'm going to go back to the desktop over here. So you know how to edit this section with the header, with the logo and the menus and the button. You know how to edit these icons. You know how to change the side icon here. You know how to edit everything on this page. We just need to learn how to create our own pages, which is what we're going to do in a very few minutes. So we know how to add everything, edit everything on this page. And it's just a matter of hovering over it, right clicking and edit. Now that's done over here, of course. So we know how to do that. And the thing about it, guys, is it's not hard, but you're not going to get it the first time. So continue to practice and continue to work and you'll do better. Watch more tutorials. There are more tutorials on our YouTube channel. You can check those out. And we continue. And the thing about it, guys, is and we continue to scroll and everything is beautiful and as they would like it. You can change everything. Now you also understand how to edit the area here at the footer, how to change these elements and the like. So you've learned quite a lot, guys. You should be proud of yourself. So we're going to go ahead and just publish whatever changes these are. I don't know. I'm not going to get too hung up about them. And there we go. And we're going to exit to WordPress. After we exit to WordPress, I am going to click the icon here. I am going to go to visit site. We have updates available. That's what these this two at the recycle circle looks like. recycle circle means. We're going to go to contact, and here on the contact page, you can go ahead and edit your contact information. Just go to edit with Elementor, and we're going to spend about 5 minutes editing our contact page just to get you in the gist of editing. It says, don't know what to do, call me today. So just edit heading, and you can change this from don't know what to do. You see a BR right here. This is HTML, one of the only bits of code you're going to learn in this tutorial. It's a HTML break element. That means that even though everything in this box should go on one line until the line is filled, I want you to break right here and start a new line after that. That's all the BR in these angle brackets mean. You can change from don't know what to do to call us today. You can edit the button. You can add your button and it says tell. I think what that means is that once you click on it, it's going to initiate a call. It also had call to, so CALLTO colon, one it's, the number afterward. And that would mean that once you click on the button, it's going to initiate a call. I never knew about tell. So you live and you learn, right? That's beautiful. So you see the icon here. So you can go ahead and change the icon. Just click on icon library and let's use a %. That's going to stand out like a sore thumb and insert. And there we go. That's actually pretty ugly. So we can go ahead and continue to edit. I don't like this dark gray that is here. So I'm going to edit contain. I'm going to change it to black, because that might be a little bit more high class. Remember, we spoke about color psychology. One of those premium colors are actually black and the grays and the whites. So we're just going to use the black and the white here to bring about the premium look. We're going to change the button as well. The text is gray. We're going to change the text to full black. We're going to change the hover from red to, I don't think black would be good. So we're just going to keep it to white. Actually, we can use a different white, dark white, and the text color is still going to be black. And when we hover, you don't see much of a change. So I'm going to just do that. And yeah. And one of the things that you can do, you can add a hover animation. So we just go with grow. And if that's the case, we can keep everything at white. And that looks very, very high class. This is something that you would see in terms of design on Apple's website. Not too in your face, or on your iPhone even. Not too in your face, not too exciting, but very effective and comfortable to look at. Very easy on the eyes. And that's it for editing the contact page. I'm not spending too much time on the contact page. We're going to get over to the about page. The reason why we're heading over to the about page is for a few things. This is where we're going to learn how to use ChatGPT to get content for our website. And this was at about right here, just click edit with Elementor. And that is where we're also going to learn how to do lead generation. Now, here's an interesting statistic while this loads. Did you know that most of the people that visit your about page, it's not a statistic, but it's a fact. Most of the people, or most of the visitors that visit your about page, they've come from your homepage or some other part of your website. They developed an interest in you and in doing business with you, and they want to make a more personal connection. So they go to your about page to learn about who you are, who runs your business, what is your goal, your passion, your dreams, your drives, your aspirations, inspirations, motivation, why you open business. They want to learn more about you, the person, you, the personality behind the business. And that helps with getting sales. Now, here's the interesting thing. This is where you tell your story. This is where you add your video sales letter of you on screen right now, talking to your potential customers, telling them why they should choose you. This is where you are going to add the story about yourself. Why did you start? What are some of the struggles that you went through? What are some of your victories? What is your mission and your vision? Stuff like that. This is where you get personal. And most importantly, above all, this is where you're going to need to add an email lead generation form, because when you add an email lead generation form here, the person who sees it or the visitor who sees it is more likely to convert simply because they're that more interested in you as a person. Unless, of course, they see something on your website that just absolutely turns them off, which is good because not everyone is going to be your ideal client. And that's good. So let's just learn how to use ChatGPT to get content for your website. And then we're going to go right into lead generation. We're going to add a lead generation form here as well. And we are going to be finished with the tutorial. So let's get going, guys. On ChatGPT, we are going to tell ChatGPT what we're doing. So we're going to say, you're going to say we are a business consultants agent. So we are what we do. You tell now ChatGPT, act as a copywriter and tell our story for us. We started as a small team of 2 in 2023. We grew to 9 members by 2024. And I've worked with some of the biggest brands in the world like Pepsi and Coca-Cola for, copyright concerns if that exists. We believe that online business is the future of commerce and are helping businesses with their digital sales strategies and success. Write a mission and vision statement for our company and say to add to our website. And there we go. We're going to get our mission statement and we are going to get our vision statement. All we need to do is just copy these and add them to our about section. After we've asked for that, let's say that we want to fill out this area. Let's tell our story right here. We're going to ask ChatGPT, now tell our story in 200 words. And just like that, it's going to tell our story for us. We can just go ahead and copy this and paste it to our website. Funny enough, we can actually add a text right here that says our story, and we can center that. After you've added your story, this area, I recommend that you create an actual video sales letter for this section right here. Matter of fact, ChatGPT can write a script for you. So you can say, act as a copywriter and write a script for a 90-second video sales letter. And we ask it to do that, and it's going to write a script for you. And you can continue like that. Use as much of this real estate as you can to build a personal relationship with your website visitor. And like I said, you're going to add email lead generation to this page. You have to add it because otherwise it's just wasted potential. All right, so how do we do email lead generation? On our website, there is another tutorial on how to do that. We're using this template, mind you. So we did that tutorial using this template, but we are going to teach you right now. Just click here and exit to WordPress. And remember, guys, responsive design, right? We're going to click here and we're going to go to plugins, add new plugin. We are going to search for Fluent Forms. And here we go. Fluent Forms right here. Install and activate. Once activated, we're going to go here to Fluent Forms. We are going to go to Forms. What we need is, we just need, I wouldn't say, so we have a subscription form. We can preview that. It's right here. So we have the subscription form. What we can do is we can edit that form. And when we edit it, we can add a name and so on. But what I want to do is I want to add a new form. Let's see if we can choose from a template. And let's choose consultation. So we don't have a consultation form. So we're going to just search, or perhaps we could just build our form from scratch. So it's going to close right here, add new form, new blank form. A few of the things that we're going to need for this form, we are going to need a name field because we need to know who we're doing this for. We're going to keep first name and last name. And under name fields, click on first name and make it required. Or you can just go ahead and do that and call this name and say enter your name, make it required. And we're going to close that and we're going to click on this and it's going to go away. We're going to need a contact number. So we're going to use a text, simple text, because if we use a numeric field, it's going to be like counting. It's not really for a number. So we're going to go simple text and we're going to say contact number it's about to ring, guys. After we have contact number, what we're going to do is we are going to ask this to required. We're going to need their email address, and we're going to just search for email. One of the things that we also need is their website, because if they're a digital business, they must have a website. So we're going to say website, and we're going to call this website. And after website, we're going to add another text area where we're going to say, how can we help you? We're going to say, how can we help you? And that's going to be there. We're going to click here to rename our form to consultation form. Consultation form, and we're going to rename. After that, we are going to go to save form. The form is updated. We're going to go to settings and integrations. Here's where it's going to get interesting for us. Just go right here to pages and click on add new page, open link in new tab. We are going to call this page request consultation or consultation requests. And we're going to publish this change. And we're going to create a new page. We're going to call this page a new page. We're going to call this page consultation schedule or schedule consultation. We're going to call this page schedule consultation and publish. Now on the form, it's going to say the confirmation type. We're going to change it to a page, and the page is going to be consultation schedule. But notice that we can't do it because it's not there. So we're going to refresh our form. And we're going to say the confirmation type is to a page. Select the page to schedule a consultation. And that's good. We're going to save settings. And that's nice. A few more things that we're going to do is we're going to go to email notifications. We need to ensure that whenever someone signs up and requests a consultation, that we get a notification at that time. If we don't get a notification, how are we going to know, right? We're going to have to check the website, and that's no fun. So we're going to enable this notification. The gear icon here, just click on that gear icon. It says admin email notification. That's fine. We're going to call this new consultation request. Sorry if you guys hear the thunder in the background. It's about to rain. New consultation request. And we are good. We are good. We are going to save. So we're going to save the notification. And I want to go back here. It's going to basically send all the information from the form, and it's going to tell us where it's submitted from. The subject is going to be the name of the person submitting the form, new consultation request, and it's going to send to wp.admin email. wp.admin email means that whatever email is in settings general, for our email, that's where the notification is going to go. test.tutorials@zeilhancode.com. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. And that's good. The next thing that we need to focus on, guys, is we need to take a look at our integrations. Now, if you click integrations right here, you're going to see MailChimp. You can enable the MailChimp integration. There is a MailChimp tutorial on our YouTube that's going to help you set up everything right here. That's good. All right. And we're good with that. Now, we're going to go back to our forms. And here's our consultation form. We are just going to click right here, and we're going to copy. On the pages, all pages. So here's what we're going to do, guys. Pages, all pages, consultation request. We're going to edit, click edit. After we click edit, we are going to click edit with Elementor. Now, on this part of the website, we can click on about or contact. I'm going to just use a contact section for now. And on contact, we're going to click edit with Elementor. And this is going to teach you how to build your website or your own web pages, and you're going to make them a lot faster. All right. First thing that we're going to do is we are going to copy this first container, copy. We're going to go back to our consultation request page, and we are going to click here, and we are going to paste. All right, that's good. We are going to publish these changes. Now we're going to add the form for our consultation request here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click right here, click right here, click right here, and we're going to add an element for the header that says request consultation here. After we do that, we are going to style, we're going to center, we're going to click again, and we're going to go to Fluent Forms. We see Fluent Forms right here. We're going to drag and drop, select forms, consultation form. All right, this is good. This is our form. We can go to style, and we can change some things. And what have you? We can change the text. and so on. So we can make a lot of changes on our form. That's not the big deal. What we need to do now, again, sorry for the thunder, I'm going to end this recording soon. And here we are now, just going to continue. So we have the form here. We need to let this page look like this page. So we're just going to go ahead and close this. And we're going to go ahead and close this. And we notice that there are some differences, quite a few of them actually. All right, so there are some differences. So what we're going to do is we're going to reopen this page. We are going to exit to WordPress. We're going to ensure that our changes here with our form is done, are complete. So publish, then we're going to exit to WordPress as well. On this page, it says edit the page, contact page, edit with Elementor. You're going to click right here. All right, click. And this sidebar is going to be available. We are going to go right here, click, and the sidebar is going to be available. Click on the B for Blocksy. Click on the B for Blocksy for the contact page and go to page title. And here's disabled. So we're going to go to page title and here's disabled. Going to go back to contact, go back, and it says page structure is this one. Go back to contact, page structure is this one. Then we are going to scroll to inherit, and everything is like that. And we'll go to inherit, everything is like that. Go ahead and save these changes. We're going to view the page. And here we see request consultation here. Now, interesting thing, you can change the color of the button on Fluent Forms. So you can change to red, just go to a custom color. That's perfectly fine. That's in the tutorial that we're going to show you next. And you can change the text right here to fit for your consultation request. Absolutely beautiful. You can change your picture and so on. Good. Now, here's where things are going to get interesting. When you complete this form, it's going to send you to the consultation thank you page, which in this case is actually going to be to schedule consultation. We have a page right here for schedule consultation. So we're going to click X right here. If you don't have this page, all you need to do is just go right here, dashboard, and then go to pages, all pages. It says schedule consultation. Go ahead and edit. Or if you don't have that page, go ahead and add new page and make that page. All right. So schedule consultation is here. What you're going to do is you're going to click on Blocksy again and do the same structure from contact just to get started. So it says disable. So it's going to be disabled because contact is this on the contact page. It is disabled, and everything is going to be like this, and everything is going to be like this. Go ahead and save. Edit with Elementor. Go back to contact. Edit with Elementor. On the contact page, that is where we are going to copy. We are going to copy this section again and go back to edit, and we are going to paste. All right, that's good. And we're going to copy the. So here's the interesting thing. What is right here is literally what we need to add for our schedule consultation. So we're just going to copy this entire area, copy, and we are going to paste. And that will be there. Now you can change the text to say schedule your consultation. You can change a picture. You can edit the button. You guys know how to do that. We're just helping you set up the structure of your website, and you go ahead and publish. Now, what have you done? What you have done is that you have set it such that your website is now going to be a lead generation tool. So we're going to go right here, exit to WordPress, and go right here, and we're going to visit our site. You want to set it so that whenever someone selects free consultation or get started now, it's going to take them to your consultation request page. So the first thing you need to do is get the link for your consultation request page and add the links to these buttons. So I'm going to show you or remind you of how to do it. This one is in the header, and this one is with edit with Elementor. So we're going to close this right here. We are going to go here, and go to pages, all pages. We are going to go to consultation request, copy, right click on view, copy link address. Good. We're going to go to appearance, customize. On appearance and customize, we are going to go here, hover over the button, click on the three dots, and we are going to add the link or URL, and we're going to paste. Now we're good. So we've published that. We're going to click X and go back to the website. We're going to go to Zeilhan Consultant, visit site, or home, edit with Elementor. You're going to edit with Elementor here. And when you edit with Elementor here, you're going to add the link to the button. So you're going to get started now, edit button, and you're going to paste. That's good. Now you're going to go ahead and publish that. Move myself out of the way. And you're good. Now, for watch video, you can add a link to like a YouTube video or for the video sales letter. So ChatGPT just wrote this video sales letter. You can actually make this video, guys. So record it and edit it and make it beautiful. And you see why we have to charge so much money for building websites? It's a whole lot more than building websites. I haven't even touched on graphics design yet and copyright and so on. But anyway, you're going to make this video and upload it to YouTube and add the link to that video right here for YouTube. And then that's going to be beautiful. So we're good right here. I'm going to go ahead and exit to WordPress. Go into view, close right here. And we're going to visit site. And what we're going to do now is if you click on free consultation or you click on get started now, it's going to take you to the consultation request page. If you complete this consultation request, it's going to take you to the schedule consultation page that we just did. Now, the next thing that you need to do, and perhaps one of the last things for this tutorial really, and I hear the thunder in the background. I'm hoping it's not damaging the audio, guys, but it's like 2 minutes left for recording. If you can't hear because of the thunder, I might just put in some background music and show you. You're going to go to About. Let's open Home in a new tab. On Home, we are going to search for a lead gen form. Do they have a lead gen form on the home page? It doesn't appear that they do. They actually do, but it's in the footer. We can't copy that one. So what we're going to do is on About, we're going to edit with Elementor. On Edit with Elementor, we are going to scroll for a nice place right here, perhaps here, and we're going to click right here, click right here, click right here, and click right here. So we have a container. Then we're going to click right here, Fluent Forms. On the Fluent Forms, we're going to drag and drop this right here. And we're going to select form to be the subscription form. All right, that's good. Now, on the subscription form, let's see if I can change the button. Submit button, change it to right. All right, that's good. We're going to click right here and add an element, an header element in our email list, and center that, or we can let it stay at the left. We're going to add a text editor right here, and that is good. And we're going to edit container. Going to make some padding at the top, 40 at the top, 40 at the bottom. We're going to add 20 to the right and 20 to the left, and that is good. After we've done that, we can go ahead and publish these changes. And what this does for us is, so I already taught you how to add new forms and so on. You can edit this form to actually ask for their name and email. That's what we tend to ask for. But if you ask only for email, you're going to get more leads. Anyway, what this form does for you now is you have a lead generation form also on your About page. You're going to copy this lead gen form and ensure that it's responsive, guys. Always ensure that whatever it is that you make, in addition to what's there, ensure that they are responsive. Because if it's not responsive, it's going to look like this and it's going to break the look and feel of your site. All right, so go ahead and publish. You're going to copy this form, copy, and on the home page, so I actually add text and so on, guys. It's not just dummy text. On the home page and all the other pages, so go to Home, Edit with Elementor. Edit with Elementor, come on, let's go. You're going to scroll and you're going to grab and paste it right here. And that's good. So you're going to paste this form on your homepage. Remember that we already have a form down here already in the footer, but having another one in the actual content higher up is not a bad idea. And that's that. Now, the storm is rolling in. The thunder is getting a bit loud. I am going to end this tutorial right here. I'm hoping that audio isn't damaged, but this has been good. So like I said, the next thing that you need to do is you need to watch those tutorials. Watch those tutorials on ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, but MailChimp. Watch the one on lead generation. Watch one on how to make your website faster. They're going to be on our YouTube channel. You can just go ahead and scroll, and these will help you in launching your website successfully. Thank you guys for watching. You have been amazing. Help us on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. I ask of you, just go ahead and hit subscribe if you found value in this tutorial. And if you have suggestions or requests, just go ahead and post them in the comments. You're surprised we might actually respond and do what it is that you want help with. So let's go.